and welcome back to part 25 of Death End Request, where today we're gonna finally get a hold of that second terminal stone, but this is the last time we'll be in Rosaria Forest, so enjoy it while you can, because it's literally just through that portal, through this portal, and then around this corner, there's an item to pick up that's got more plot relevance, and then that door behind us will open. What's this, a doll? That's a Russian doll then, because it's got a smaller one inside of it. Looks like there's a crease around its body. Maybe it'll split in half and you pull it. What? It did! I broke it! What do we do, Lily? Calm yourself, Celica. I think it was designed like this intentionally. Huh? There's another small doll inside. Oh, you're right! What is it? They get smaller and smaller! This is a Matryoshka doll, isn't it? Matryoshka doll? What's that? I'm probably not pronouncing it right. It's a Russian nesting doll. Usually it's set of stacked wooden dolls, decreasing the size as you open one after the other. I see, so you can get a great amount of deep, delicate care in making these. The drawings are tastefully ornate. How interesting. They don't always look like women too. I heard there's a wide variety of dolls that stack into each other. Sheena, ever the wise one, your knowledge never ceases to astound me. Well, I am an adventurer. Is something the matter, Lucille? This doll evokes a nostalgic feeling from within. Nostalgia with the Matryoshka dolls? Yes. It could just be deja vu, though. Matryoshka dolls are one of Russia's most recognizable exports, so what the hell is it doing inside a World's Odyssey? Strange, though. What is? Why are the dolls on the inside drawn so differently from the ones on the outside? Now that you mention it, you're right. It's almost like they were made by different craftsmen. It all looks silly to me. Wow, so many dolls stacked together. Sheena's usually well informed, but I'm surprised to see how knowledgeable you are too, Lucille. Why do these dolls look so familiar? Why are you asking me? Anyway, why don't you take these with us? It might come in handy. Sure. There's gotta be a new reality object. Right, I don't remember putting this in the game. Alright, I'll look into it. Leave it to me. Thank you. Russian nesting doll. And you see that door still isn't open. So we're not moving onwards until we do Arta's side of the story. So let's go check the map, and we are visiting the Night Owl Cafe. It's been a while since we've been here. Oh, Mizunashii in Tokyo. How are things? What's the matter? You sure look down in the dumps. Something happened? Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. We've still got more researching to do in the meantime. Anjo, how about some coffee? Got it. Go ahead and take a seat in the back. I know you two want to keep a low profile. Thank you. Smells so good. It's the small comforts. Thank you. These beans are flown in from Costa Rica. They've got a robust scent, but the soft acidity makes a bold, elegant flavor. You're right. The fragrance is something else. I'm feeling more awake already. Anywho, wow, all that stuff with Munakata. I hope you see him sooner rather than later. Mizunashii, don't blame yourself. Munakata knew what he was getting himself into. He always told me that, as someone involved in the Alice Engine's success, he felt obligated to right the wrongs that Agil brought upon us. What happened to him is no one's fault. Feeling guilty for him is a disrespect to his sacrifice. All we can do is pray for his safe return. Right. Andrew, you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently? In the occult world, I mean. Well, other than the huge conundrum that shook this town the other day. Oh, what happened? There's a plaza in front of Sagami Station. I don't know whether it was an act of possession or if it was some kind of personality disorder outburst, but there was a boy in junior high who began blabbing about some memory he had. Witnesses say he was mumbling incoherently, like a witch chanting a spell, threatening to murder people with a knife he was swinging. The boy was immediately detained, but he was deemed insane. They institutionalized him. But when he got into the hospital, he swallowed a towel in the cell, all 30 centimeters of it, and choked to death. Seriously? Don't you find that peculiar? Unless he had some undiagnosed mental condition, people don't normally commit suicide in that way. The boy screamed, "Forgive me, Heavenly Father, relinquish my soul," in front of the station. He called himself Robbie Boyd. That's a Scottish name, by the way. In the 1590s, there was a swath of witch hunts, and the name matches one of the victims. When the authorities arrested the boy, they discovered burn marks and bruising from a whip all over his body, kind of ominous. Wait, so this happened in front of Sagami Station? I'm gonna go check it out. Here's my cash for the coffee, thank you. Oh, sure thing. Come back soon. If I learn anything else about it, I'll keep in touch. Arta, I'm going to return to Summer Life to keep an eye on Sheena with Lydia. Thanks, I'll try and meet back up with you as quickly as I can. God, things just keep on getting creepier and creepier in the real world. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I wanted to ask if you knew anything about the incident that occurred here the other day. Sure, what is it? I became comfortable with initiating conversation with total strangers, something that weeks ago I would have never have done. I hopped around asking random people if they had any information until I finally met someone who happened to be a witness. It was a deranged boy's neighbour who had quite a bit to share on the suspect's background. His name's Roymer. I'm not going to pronounce that. Really nice kid. I think he lived alone with his older sister. We never had any trouble with him, so I'm shocked. I see. So, you know where he lives then? Could I trouble you to ask where? Sure. His sister, Yuki, is in holed up in their apartment. I'm real worried about her. Here's the address. It's not too far from here. Thank you. Can I order chocolate parfait? Sure, eat as much as you'd like. I'm a poor student, so seeing a salaryman like you makes me a little green. But you don't have to even look at the prices when you order, do you? I'm not sure how that matters. Here, I'll leave the money on the bill at the table later. That's fair enough. Just pay for like a small meal on the side to talk. Takiwa Town, Region 13, which is just a stone's throw away from the Sakaki apartment as well as from that mummy. Given its connection to a victim of Scottish witch hunt, I figured it'd be safe to assume that there would be a true fragment, which meant that the man with the red mask could not be too far away. I rushed over to the address that had been written on the napkin. If only I'd known how badly I'd come to regret it. Sounds ominous already. Don't worry, that's not a death end thing. After a fateful conversation with a stranger at a diner, I found a home address belonging to Ryojima Ishijima, the teenage making headlines. This is it. From what I had been told, he lived alone with his older sister. I wonder if anyone is still home. That'd be a no. Doesn't sound like it. Unlike the house in Sagami, there was no crime scene investigation here. I couldn't just let myself in. I considered standing outside of their home inconspicuously waiting for his sister to arrive. I just hope no one would suspect me. Aka. Huh? Kihi. What? I hear someone inside. Oh. Chike iro mimi. Ah! Huh? Shit, there's something happening inside. Ishijima, excuse me, No! Ah! Damn it, it's locked, I can't get in. Should I try breaking open the window to unlock the door? What? It opened. Hello? Ki. Sounds like stabbing. In the centre of the room stood a girl, twitching in her school uniform. Her whole body was drenched in blood. There was someone beside her, standing with their arms crossed over a splattering of blood on the floor. It was the masked man, cloaked behind his black hood and his haunting red mask. You're... No way. What the hell are you doing? Lydia? Are you the masked man? You've got to be kidding me. What kind of twisted joke is this? Lydia, this isn't funny. Lydia was expressionless, gazing at me with a layer of blood stuck to every inch of her face, hands, clothes and body. Lydia muttered what sounded like some kind of incarnation before disappearing. Incantation even, before disappearing. What did I just see? Was it some kind of hallucination? No, there was no way I could confuse that face. Even if it were hidden by a disgusting coat of blood, I was certain. Splayed on the floor was a girl's corpse, lying on top of a thickening pool of blood. On her body grew a faint blue light. It was a code. How am I supposed to write this down? Did Lydia kill her? Is the person responsible for leaving behind all this code Lydia? We've been working together all this time. Why didn't she send anything to us? Lydia, who are you? Ishijima, are you okay? This is the police. Fuck, if the cop finds me here, they won't listen to a damn word I say. I need to find this place to hide. Alright, let's hang out. I felt myself tearing up. What the hell? Not you two. Another person to leave me. From then on, we never saw Lydia at Summer Life again. Tokiwa and I were at a loss for words. We couldn't trust Lydia, then who could we trust? It was devastating. Lydia's itter bag and collection of toys were left untouched, waiting for her as if she'd only left them yesterday. I dove into Ward's Odyssey, begging for a chance to escape the hellish life that was coming to head on this side. As long as we were working towards what we thought was our goal, I could only temporarily put things aside that plagued me. Where was I? Ah yes, we had just discovered the Russian doll inside the game. I wondered if it was connected to that boy who clenched onto the Robbie Boyd. How far could you go pretending to be someone else? And then silence. The music just cuts off and it doesn't come back until you resume this scene. But now the door can be interacted with, so let's go on. Yay! Through this portal there's no more puzzles. Just go through here. The objective is literally right in front of you. Also, yeah, that's something I didn't realise until just that second there. I accidentally pressed, so I think it was down on the D-pad and it brought up the quest menu. The terminal stone is there. Good job. Way to go, Lucille. Hey, nice work! Seriously though, doesn't anyone else notice how strong these martyrs are? There isn't an Atoma Queen here anymore, is there? Wondering what's producing all the bugs in the forest again. Hey, this means that we've only got one terminal stone left. It's the one inside the Godot ruins. Let's get going, shall we? Lucille, do you want us to stop by your village? Oh, yeah, I am conflicted. On one hand, I wish to visit Mitan's grave, but I've yet to muster the words. Repulka, that foul bitch. I'm with her. This isn't over until she gets revenge. Oh, spike glitch. Lucille, let us know when you've made your choice. I can jump you back to the strain area any time later. And we got Padagram Shift, which is another... You can change the bugs on the field skill if you want to. I don't know what one that is, because we got one that changes it all to magic, but we got that one earlier on, so I'll have to double check what that one is later on. But when you're good and ready, return to the strain area, because we're now in a new chapter, so everyone's got something new to say. Master Arata, I must commend you on your lovely code you've been developing. It feels as though I'm witnessing data manifesting into will right before my eyes. I'm flattered, but could you call it with the master stuff? Oh, but why? It's an expression meant to convey respect. It just seems like something you'd only call someone if you're a lot closer. Ah, my mistake. Here I thought. Huh? I said too much. Well, good day. Short and sweet, but a bit suspicious. Can you solve my riddle? Depends on the riddle. A wriggling insect. Huh? That's all? And what does it make you think of? Okay, I see a tenacious and sturdy bug. Does that suffice? Suffice? It captivates. I wish to be like that someday. Really? Yes. They are encumbered by fear, free to experience all moments as they come. Pure, unfiltered moments will become of us. If I'm ever wriggling on my back for survival, you can bet I won't be on my back for long. What a wonderful thought. And lastly, Nova. Come to pay us a visit again, huh? My day's ruined. Sorry that your mere humans have come to spoil your party.
That's great.
You're still mad about that? How precious. You're not fooling anyone, Nova. I'm not afraid of you. Then who will I play with? And hey, I didn't give you permission to say my name, at least not without Miss before it. Miss, Nova? Ah, once more. We're feeling. Try again. Are you that clueless? Guess so. If I wasn't, I would be able to explain why my heart pounds so quickly. Yeah, all very short conversations that you can have with them for this chapter. They're not all long ones where they explain or something. Sometimes it's just a little taste of what they're like. And you can see I'm scrolling through it just on the vague hope that we can get Pandemic Self, but no, that's still not for a good while yet. But when you're ready, bring up your list of locations, because we're going to the Godot Ruins, the Phantom Abyss. Which we only got one campsite on, so there's only one place for us to warp to in it, because we only went through the one area. Oh, Rapuka's got something new to say. Seems like Al's memories are quite jumbled, but I don't think I have much confidence in my own memories either. For example, I remember killing Mito with my bare hands. And I remember being overcome with ecstasy as I became drenched in her blood. I remember that feeling well indeed. It's bizarre though, that carnage and waste feels like it took place ages ago. I'm always hearing noises, and they have been getting progressively worse. There's a voice screaming in my head. The voice, it orders me to kill, and I feel compelled to listen. But now I feel a yearning to obey you. When did that start? Mita? Poor Lucille and Al. I'm glad no one else can see me at the moment.
My.
Oh, is that what you're thinking? For example, I don't think Lucille could ever forgive me. Are you suggesting that she and I will settle our dispute in battle? An enticing offer, but for now, not the time.
Listen here.
It would only upset Sheena, thus sending her further into despair. She would need someone to support her through her ordeal, so she can reach her most gruesome death end, of course. It's very hard to get a read on DLC Rapuka compared to normal Rapuka, whether she cares or not. You might notice that a lot of side questy stuff you can buy now. Not that it stopped me from grinding out to living hell with it, but you can buy them now. You can't buy all of them. The last two, like the last two ingredients you need for the last side quest, you just can't get access to just yet. And what's kind of painful is that you don't get access to it until after the point of no return. So you have to go past the point of no return, still not got the box ticked for the true ending, and then tick that box after the fact. Which makes it just a little bit more nerve-wracking on your first playthrough if you don't know where the ending decider is. Because after you past the point of no return, it doesn't mean you're at the point where your ending is dictated. It just means you can't go back part anymore. But I will make sure to bring special mention to that. So if you're following along, don't panic for now. But we got some new enemies. Well, I say don't panic for now. Don't panic at all. I'll get you through it. I'll show you where it is. Because there's one particular point where it lets you save, and I will tell you not to do it. I'll make sure to warn you, do not save at that point if you haven't done all the side quests. Because that's the ending game. That's like the end piece. But these enemies aren't too bad. Like, I've got Celica back in the party, and I decided to keep Claire around instead of having it be Al. Because Claire's good at getting shit done, essentially. But this is kind of my ideal team. This trio that we've got here. Like, Claire under the right circumstances is really beast. Celica is Celica. And Sheena's a great all-rounder. And who's got healing properties. So if heaven forbid we run out of healing items, we've still got a bit of preparation. The only thing is that the speed of the enemies in this area is pretty high, so you're going to see us miss a lot of attacks. Especially from Celica being entirely physical based, I'm sure that seems to affect, like, how much it hits. Like, magic attacks hit more consistently than physical. At least that's what it feels like.
It's my turn. This is good.
And I mentioned it before, but I like the little spins and little dance motions that Claire does in her attacking if you use her stronger attacks. Like, it's a lot of fluidity to her animation that not a lot of the characters in this game has. Not even Celica has. But she literally just like, I'm gonna whip my sword. And she's gonna use magic, she puts her sword down. But literally she just goes, kick, jump. Like, it's very quick animations. Whilst Claire has very slow but like thought out ones, so it feels like there's more effort went into her design. Was it? Also, yeah, good luck getting past that guy. If you're avoiding encounters, good luck getting around this one.
Everyone, follow me. My turn.
I think this encounter ends up being quite a long one, but I'd happily be proven wrong.
All good.
But because that big guy is so big, you can get him in your attack range with almost any attack. So you can see I'm trying desperately to try and get as many enemies in it as possible, since I know getting the big guy is kind of a guarantee. And he doesn't actually have that much health for such a big dude.
Worked like a charm. One more time.
And because it's a big guy, he whacks everything, so everything gets kicked around, which ends up hitting other people, so then they hit him around, and so you get a lot of damage done. So it might actually be worth trying to keep the big guy alive and then just using knockback as much as possible to try and just scatter around all the other enemies. And you can see I'm going through it just trying to think of other stuff to do, and I've eventually decided to lower them because I know of how much they've been knocking around. There's a good chance one or two of them have gone through a lot of glitch spots. And I don't want them to buff up before, like...
Guess it wasn't enough.
Also, yeah, we just got robbed there. Like, she was going to learn a new skill then, and it got countered. Any enemy that has that design of that thing there, be wary of, because they usually counter at least something. And there's a version of it coming up in in quite a few more parts yet. Like, I think it's like part 28 or 29. There's a version of it that, I kid you not, I'm in a fight with for like 10 minutes. Because it just counters almost everything. It's such a pain in the dick to fight. But thankfully I managed to kill it this time. And I get to try again with Claire's attack, assuming I don't end the fight this turn. Let's hope let's hope I actually considered that. Oh no, I healed. Okay, so I was considering it.
Bounce back. Cheers.
Because I know what I'm like sometimes. Sometimes I can go, I'll worry about it later, and then not bother.
This is good. There, an opening.
So I think this is like the Quake move that I... Oh no, she didn't get it this time. But I think it's the Quake move she gets. Because there's like this... Because every character has an ultimate attack that costs like 350 SP to use, but does insane damage and hits like a gazillion times. And I think Claire learns hers from the 3 moon lasers. Sheena has 2, but we haven't got either of them because I forgot the combinations for them, to be honest. Celica has 1 as well, but as the League is so powerful anyway that it doesn't really matter.
It's my turn.
I will try and show them off, but the key word is try. Like, there's no guarantee. We'll just see how it goes.
Ignite. Leave it to me. Let's do this. I got him.
And that guy's dead.
We won.
And the experience here is still not as good as it was in Heartless Palace. As I said, if you want to grind for experience, stick to Heartless Palace for now. Because it's just, the experience there is better than what you can get in other areas. It's odd how they handle that.
That was helpful.
It makes me wonder if you can do this out of order.
That was helpful.
Like, I don't think you can, because you start in Heartless Palace and you have to do that first. So I was like, yes, that defeats my point now that I think about it, because you have to do that one first. But then, like, with the Rosario Forest and Godot Ruins, could you do them out of order? Is that why their experience and difficulties are around the same? Or was that maybe the original intention, but they scrapped it later on or something? Because I would be completely open to more freedom of location choice in the sequel. If they end up not and making it more linear again like this one, then I wouldn't mind too much. Because there is exploration here, but it's exploration on where the game wants you to go, not exploration, like, truly. Like, if I tried to go to a new area, because there's a new area we've yet to go to that we won't do for a few more chapters. If I tried to go there early, the game would just stop you. It'd just say no. Also, invincible bugs will start appearing on the field in normal battles as well now, and they still work the same. They half your health first, and then you get invincibility to everything else. And it's half of whatever your it's the half of whatever your max health is. So if you've got 2,000, it will always do 1,000 damage, regardless of what health you currently have, kind of thing. It's because your max health is half your max health. So it can outright kill you. Which is why it's usually between a bunch of other bug spots, because then it lowers your health significantly enough. So then when you touch it, you're already below half and you maybe don't realise it and it kills you. Or it puts you really close that you have to make the most of your invincibility because next turn you're probably not going to live. But that guy's dead as well. Thankfully, if you kill an enemy and they go over glitch spots, they can never just power up from the glitch spot past death. Like, their death will override everything. But as we're heading back through this area, we're actually having to, like, it's a bit of a long travel, and it might actually be quicker to travel to the wastelands just beyond it and then go back into Godot Ruins. But this worked out anyway. But like, this area, what you're looking for is to get back to the end and then go the other path. Because when we first came here, we turned left and almost immediately finished off the area. We fought the corpse and we fought the martyr back to back, and then, well, the Atoma Queen back to back, and then left through that left path over there. But if you keep on travelling way over to the back here, now it will let you progress through here. If you try and go through it earlier, the game will stop you. It will just say you don't need to go here now, and it will push you away. Which is what I mean by the linearity of it. Mizanashi, I've been thinking, have you noticed that each of the girls in our party seem to lack a specific emotion? Lily's missing anger, Owl's missing sorrow, right? Maybe it's a side effect of controlling the buggies. Right, at first we thought it was a symbolic relationship, but in truth the relationship could benefit the buggy more than the host. What about you though? Do you feel like you're unable to process any particular emotions? I don't know, that's what I'm worried about. Let's test it. You're cute. Ah! So it looks like you're still taking praise well then. I think your chest is too small. What did you just say? Well, there goes your anger. Okay, good to know. Enigma did it. Huh? Huh? Sheena, what's the matter? You just started bursting out of nowhere. Oh, nothing. I just had a funny thought is all. Heh. Don't heh me. Sheena, I'm serious here. Tokyo are red and everyone here misses you. Oh, I missed them too. I can't wait to get out of here and see them. Hope you're out of it quickly too. It's been a while since I've seen your face. Oh, okay. Looks like you're still able to cry. Guess it means your basic emotions all function correctly. Mizanashi! From you then, I suppose the only thing is that have been taken are your memories. We'll have to do whatever it takes to restore them. Yes, Mizunarshi? Huh? Did something, serious happen? Are you okay? Huh? Why? Whenever you're acting energetic, it usually means you're at your worst, so I'm starting to get worried about you. Gee, something gets past you. Well, I'll tell you later. Just focus on your adventure. I can't let you die in there. Okay. Going back to our conversation about the girls lacking vital emotions. I can't really tell with Claire or Celica, but the most prominent one is Lucille. I've never seen her laugh. Wow, you're totally right. Maybe Lucille has been deprived of joy. We need to keep a close eye on her. Is something wrong? Both you and Enigma appear to be staring at me. Oh, nothing. That chair, Kimata was it? It looks awfully cosily. Quite the contrary, actually. My butt is often sore from sitting for too long. Oh. Well, Celica, this is just me throwing my theories of what my first playthrough was. Because at this point, you've clacked on that each member is missing an emotion. So it's just trying to work out what. Lucille completely agreed. We've yet to see her happy. So it makes sense.
All right.
Also, this is where I finally get the immortality skill for Sheena.
Got your powering up. This feeling.
There it is, Trally Shield.
Come on, let's go.
But yeah, Lucille worked out really quickly. It's lacking happiness, but they say, oh, I can't work out Claire and Celica. My theory on Claire, and this is just my theory at the time, when it ends up being, I'm not going to spoil, it's just what my theory was. She was deprived of fear. Nothing seems to really faze her. Like, she's unnerved and she's worried for other people, but nothing scares her directly. So that was my theory. So maybe she's deprived of fear. But then Celica, maybe you could say the same thing. Like, nothing seems to really scare her as well, but that might just be more down to her personality. Because Celica was the only one that I just couldn't pin anything on. Whereas Claire, I assume, well, she seems quite fearless when it suits. Like she wasn't scared of the corpse when we encountered it. She was just worried for Sheena's concern and felt guilty that she'd got hurt because of her actions. And we got a new fire skill finally. The combinations are starting to pay off. Yeah, in this area, because I find this area, the Godot Ruins, the second visit, I don't find it as interesting as the first. It kind of just drags on, if I'm honest, so I used it as an opportunity to start trying to experiment a little bit. It has got an interesting boss encounter later on, but outside of that, huh? What's this? It looks like an old tome. Doesn't look like any ordinary book. I don't recognize anything like this being on the master item list. Looks like we found ourselves another reality object. Sheena, can you open it up for me? Sure. Claire, can I take a look at it? Yeah, sure, here you go. Thank you. This book looks above my reading level. It's thick with small print. Would this classify as literature? It looks like it's written in English, but I don't recognize any of the words. Is there something I'm missing here? It might be Latin or some kind of religious sculpture or something. Can you read it, Mr. Enigma? No, not at all, but I think it could be a romantic language. Does the imagery strike you as religious, though? See, look at the halo-looking image right behind this man. You're right, I've seen this before. Right, I think it has to be parable. Hey, Enigma, what's a parable? In the context of biblical text, a parable refers to an agological story that convey moralistic teachings. Huh? Think of them as stories with a lesson at the end, like the tortoise and the hare, right? Yeah, that's a famous one. I cannot read what this says. Looks pretty valuable, though. All you care about is how much money these items will make you. Would it kill you to contribute something else to the conversation? Don't be foolish, I'm a peddler, aren't I? Oh, right, how silly of me to mention. Don't let it happen again. Well, let's take this with us just in case. For what purpose would you continue keeping a book if you cannot read it? Well, don't be like that, Lucille. There's no telling when it could come in handy, right? You're right. Forgive me, Sheena. I spoke out of turn. No, it's fine. Seriously, I understand, Lucille. A religious scripture, huh? I'm getting heavy occult vibes with this object. Literature with religious or supernatural undertones qualifies as occult, right? Yep. Mysticism plays a huge role in the occult, and religion is a habit of mystifying the ordinary. This is likely leads to another truth fragment. I'll do some digging. Wait, Mizunarshi? Please be careful. Sure. I just remembered something. I think I'm gonna go step out for a bit. Huh? Where'd that come from? Sorry, I'll be right back. Man, they don't call him Enigma for nothing. I'm starting to worry for his sanity. Mizunarshi. So, we guess that we've got something else that we can check out. for next time. Because up here is the save point.
Take a look.
Just up this little tree coming up. So next time on Death End Request, we'll explore the rest of the Godot ruins to try and find that third and final terminal stone. Because we're nearly there and finally might get to Odysseia. But until then, take care now.